Maybe like Chuba Hubbard or something. I forget. But.
Dude, on the way here, car going 30 miles an hour in Campton.
Yeah.
Like, and every time it got up to like 38, almost 40, it would brake. But like a small little break, unnecessary, not even around a corner.
Well, it's the first snowfall of the season.
It's not even as bad as
that should have
rain.
been a story.
But it reminded me of like Speed, where like once he gets over 50, like once you get over 50, the bomb activates. Like once they get over 40, the car explodes.
Yeah. 50, stay above 50. All right.
Yeah, they don't want. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Rob Square.
Yes, we're back.
What's up?
We're
I
riding.
feel like it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It feels like that, right?
Yeah, well, I did the solo pod.
Very good.
Very
I like
weird.
It. Well,
It was very weird.
I gotta give you credit because to even have the balls to go out and do it. I mean, you were a little shaky in the beginning because you were just self-deprecating
And fending off dogs.
But you also found your rhythm. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I really liked it. That's because I wasn't in it. You know how I hate watching myself.
Like watching himself.
I watched the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I want to show you some love.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, you're putting all the effort for it, so I want to make sure that you're getting the love because.
Oh, I'm dancing. I am done working now. That's why I'm dancing. It's pretty sweet.
Wow.
This is week 10 recap. Already done with week 10. Say it every week. I do have a couple things for you per usual.
Yes, the usual.
Okay. Bloodhound Gang. You like them?
Well,
Are you a fan?
I mean, you and me, baby, we're nothing but animals.
Right.
But
So-
every once in a while, we do it like they do.
On the Discovery Channel.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know them a little bit.
Yeah. So I've always kind of liked them. A couple of their songs and whatever. They're not the best band.
Well, one song, really.
No, they have a couple other good ones. Hooray for Boobies is a good album.
Okay.
So
okay.
I've never actually watched them live. And for some reason, the algorithm on YouTube, maybe it's because I've been listening to a lot of Ween, who some people think is a joke band. They have some weird songs.
What's you undercover?
Yeah, right. Recommended Bloodhound Gang, like something in Germany. It's called the Invasion. Ironically enough, like a
Invasion of Germany.
Well, it's like a college over there. They did like a MTV
Oh,
filmed it and
yeah,
like
okay,
so. Anyway,
okay.
I'm watching the first little bit, and I know the bass player, big muscle bound dude's always shirtless. Beer bongs a whole thing of a whole bottle, a whole fifth of Jaeger. Beer bongs, and I don't know if it's fake, but it looked thick. It looked like milky. It looked like Jaeger.
Dude, I want to throw up already.
Right? Yeah, because Jaeger's gross. The dude's a tank. He's
beer
probably an
bong?
alcoholic.
Like-
Yeah, a whole fifth, right? So after I see this, I'm like, I gotta watch what this guy does now.
Yeah.
Because eventually it's gonna hit him 10 minutes from now.
Was he still jamming though?
Half and a half. Like,
Or was
like,
he was napping?
he was still involved. So
napping,
anyways,
puking, and jamming.
I'm watching the rest of the show. It's only 45 minutes. Dude, I'm gonna put the clip in. He pissed all over Jimmy Pop. Jimmy Pop's doing like a cover. Yeah, he's doing like a cover, like by himself, kind of with the rest of the band just like way back.
Yeah.
And you see him come in the frame. I'll put the clip up.
Words are very. They can only do harm. Are you peeing on me? That's fucking foul. How dare he pee on me when I'm wearing this foosball jersey?
Just pissing all over him.
No.
Dude, here's my question is, it's on YouTube. You can see the guy's dick for one.
Yeah.
For two, that is indecent exposure.
Yes. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm telling you, Jim Morrison in the 60s.
Why are you trying to get people in trouble all the time?
Well, I'm not.
Yeah,
I mean, it already happened in 2006.
Yeah, I know. But why are you trying to make it a
No,
big
my
deal?
question is Jim Morrison legit exposed himself on stage in like 68 got arrested.
Bro, have you seen those pants that they used to wear?
Yeah, they're already exposed.
Yeah, when you have a huge hog like that,
No.
you wear pants that are form-fitting, your hog's
No,
exposed.
Morrison pretty much was like took his dick out.
I get that.
Is it because Morrison's dick was hard? Is that the thing? Like we're allowed to show flaccid penises but not hard? I don't know.
You know I know you're gay?
How?
I saw you make a spinach dip in a loaf of sourdough bread once.
You know how I know that you're gay? How? You have a rainbow bumper sticker on your car that says, I love it when balls are in my face.
That's gay?
God damn it.
I'm just wondering like, why Morrison got arrested, like got taken from the show. They couldn't finish the show, he arrested, and then this guy's allowed to piss.
Popularity.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, you can expose your wiener right now. You wouldn't get arrested. But if we had 1 million subscribers and you expose your wiener, we'd get arrested. Or at least you would.
Yeah. So anyways,
I was the one pressing charges.
After watching this, I was like, I gotta watch another one. Like, is this what a typical Bloodhound Gang show is?
Let me see that dick again.
Like,
Took the restrictor plate off, give the Red Dragon a little more juice. But let's keep that on the down low. It's not exactly street legal.
not that one, but so there was another one they did in Germany like the next year. So I'm watching this, and they tease us. They're like, we have a super sexy.
It's only in Germany.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Yeah, they're like, we have a super sexy lady gonna dance. We promise to dance for you. They bring out this like fat dude. All right, he gets like between the stage and the crowd, takes all his clothes off, and he's just whipping his shit off around, dude. Dude, clear, like full frontal. And I'm just like, wow, Bloodhound Gang. Fun shows.
So Europe,
I guess you can do whatever you want.
I've never been there, but my understanding is Europe is a little bit less, they're a little more, they're more lax. The best way I think to say is they're more lax in terms of nudity.
Seems
but,
to be.
yeah, no, I think it's more of a, if they were irrelevant, right? Like, if they were, if that was Maroon 5, if that was Anne Levine.
Yeah.
Like,
arrested.
yeah. First of all, he would be the biggest star in the world. Second,
right.
He'd also get arrested. Third, he probably would never show his wiener because it's probably not that big.
Probably small.
Yeah, he seems like a small wiener guy.
So I couldn't believe it. It was on YouTube too, which is I didn't think they could show that shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a triumphant return of Dave's Dingus of the Week for you.
Yeah.
What's up, Rob Squared? I'm back with Dave's Dingus of the Week. This week, Chris Blolave is firmly in my crosshairs. That son of a bitch scored 5.5 points against the Steelers, who, coming into the game, allow the most points to opposing wide receivers. Well, Olave didn't get the memo. Andy Dalton absolutely, positively, completely sucked and couldn't support any pass-catching options. Olave actually got out-produced by Jarvis Landry, who I didn't even know was a thing anymore. Olave's been riding cold. Sure, he gets the targets. Sure, he's a good route runner, but he hasn't scored a touchdown since the Challenger exploded. This guy blows, and I would sell him for a song. Fuck Chris Olave.
Thanks, Dave. It's regarding Chris Olave. I beat him this week, even though I'm pretty much out of playoff contention unless I go undefeated.
He's blaming Olave?
Pretty much. He scored 5 points. But that's Dave.
Would he beat you if he scored 15 points?
Maybe 20.
Okay.
So, either way.
So he had to have a touchdown and 8 catches and 80 yards.
Yeah.
So he had a game. He had a wide receiver 1 game.
I have a Rob's Got Railed for you guys. This is regarding Michael Pittman. I would have gone 6-0 on my bets for the betting segment. I was 5-0. I was 4-0 at that point. I ended up winning Herbert's bet.
On that.
And then he had 50. The bet was 53.5. He had 52 going like with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter around the 50-yard line. Has a 9-yard catch. I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, I got this. Fumbles it. 8 yards back. Somehow he's the one that recovered the fumble. Great hustle play.
Oh, maybe that's
why. Because he recovered the fumble somehow. They gave him credit for a 1-yard catch because that's where he got the ball.
That's where the end of the possession.
And then he ended up with 53, and then Paris Campbell caught a 40-yard touchdown after that, and they didn't get anything else after I lost by 1 yard. So you're my Rob's Got Railed by Michael Pittman.
Absolutely detrimental for you. I mean, that sucks. Going 6-0.
6 for 6 would have been tough. That's
well,
hard.
we haven't done it yet.
No.
Both of us have gone 5-1,
right.
But to lose like that was tough.
Okay, and then one last thing. Quick story time with Rob for you.
You got a bunch.
I do. Have you ever dated a twin before?
Not knowingly.
Okay.
So no. Yeah,
so no. Okay, so I did. Back when I was 20 or so. I think I was 20. I had my second apartment there by the library in St. Charles.
Cool.
Library. It's a library. So off 25 there. That's actually irrelevant. But actually, no, it is relevant because my parking lot, this ties into the story later, was shared with like a nail salon.
Ooh.
So I didn't have like my own parking lot. There was like people coming and going.
Sure.
So she had a twin. And her twin was like the bad twin, right? And she was dating this burnout dude that was like dropped out of high school.
Sure.
And they would fuck any chance they could in my apartment.
Just yeah.
Like, dude, we'd like go to get something,
They
booze
couldn't
or
afford
something.
anything else, so they might as well bang.
Yeah. We'd come back, and they're in my bed fucking.
Oh.
I'm like, no. Like, this guy put us. I had like 5 talks with them. They fucked in my bathroom. They tried fucking on my couch. Like, anytime we'd go somewhere, or they tried to sneak into another room. This is an apartment.
Yeah.
And like, next thing I know, I go in there and they're naked. I'm like, all right. And like,
Yeah.
they're twins, so she's gonna take the side of a twin.
Sure.
I'm like, they can't just be fucking anywhere. Okay, this is like gross. First of all, stop fucking in my bed. Like,
Yeah.
no thanks.
Well, if you get home and you're like, all right, let me go relax for a minute,
Yeah,
and
no.
there's 2 naked people,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
And the guy wasn't a very.
it's like
clever
old
guy.
school. Surprise.
Yeah, right.
What you doing? I'm gone.
Mitch, wait.
No, I mean I do it myself every once in a while, like but to magazines.
Okay, Mitch, we need to talk.
Hello?
And then so the last straw was after I banned them from the bathroom, pretty much everywhere, right?
Ban them from the bathroom.
I had like 8 people over, all right, and like my brother-in-law was one of them that was gonna come over. He was the last one to arrive. They had disappeared. They were gone. I was like, whatever, as long as they're not in my house. This is like 3 PM, bro. They're fucking in the car. He comes in. He's like, you got 2 people fucking in your parking lot. I was like, was it an Explorer? He's like, yeah. And they had no tinted windows. The daytime.
All right, so before you move, kudos to them for listening to you.
Yeah. I guess, but like, here's the problem: is at that time I was selling weed, like a lot of weed,
Yeah.
and like smoking weed in the house, and like if they get caught, they're gonna be like, I'm at this person's house.
Yeah.
I get busted because
Yeah.
these people can't keep it in their pants. Like, okay, if you want to go to a forest preserve,
Yeah.
don't do it in my fucking like parking lot that has people coming and going,
Yeah.
no tints.
Yeah.
He's like, not only did I see the car swing, I could see an ass in the
it's
window.
a business parking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so
Yeah.
dating
well,
twins,
especially a massage or a nail. Like,
yeah, they think it's something.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Just dating twins is hell because, especially if you're not dating the bad twin, you're dating the good twin. You gotta
Yeah.
deal with the bad twin.
Were you wishing you were dating the bad twin after you realized that you could just bang her? or
No,
whatever?
she was grosser.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they were like identical, but this one was more overweight. And just
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Anywho's, I'm not gonna say their names, but Ruben.
No,
Oh.
you should.
Oh yeah, I should. That was just a random name I threw out there.
Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like you have something to
Yeah, I
say.
did. Week 10 recap for you. All right, first game here. Thursday night football. It was Panthers-Falcons. Panthers 25, Falcons 15. Pretty rainy game, I feel like.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was rainy. I would have probably bet the under if I'd known that. Mariota, 19-30, 186, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He was terrible. He missed Pitts on another wide open touchdown, like a 50-yarder. And speaking of Pitts, though, he did have 8 targets. Whoa. 8 targets.
But how many catches?
2.
Yeah.
28 yards.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah, the targets don't mean anything with Pitts because the targets are usually way off target. And those targets are more, hey, you have a deep shot and I'm going to overthrow you.
Pretty much.
Those targets. So
it is encouraging, though, because he's playing, earlier in the year, he was playing like 63% of the snaps. Now he's up to 80,
okay.
which is nice.
All
And,
right.
like, I do think that Ritter's coming in soon. I know, like, they're still in contention
Yeah.
for the division, but, like, if they think they have any chance of doing anything this year,
Well,
they're mistaken.
The division is so fucked. Like the Panthers and the Saints still have a chance to win the division.
Yeah,
Like,
but, like, what does that mean? Like, if they think this team's winning the Super Bowl, like, for me, it's Super Bowl or bust. It's the way it always should be, right? So maybe get Ritter in there and see what you have, because you know Mariota ain't the answer. There's a reason he's 31 years old or whatever.
yeah, they
He's probably not gonna
play.
know.
They play the Bears this week. If
Yeah.
they lose to the
Yeah.
Bears, then
Ritter
Ritter's
time.
coming. Yeah.
Ritter time. And I don't know how much, but I don't think Ritter as a passer can be worse than Mariota. You know what I mean? Like, for downfield shit.
I mean, Mario, he's a pro. Well, he's a veteran. I'll say that. But he can't make the throws.
No.
Obviously. It's just
So
obvious.
this running back situation is fucked here. Huntley led them with 5 carries for 32 yards, and Avery Williams had 4 for 25. Algier had 8 for 20, and Patterson had 5 for 18. So it's a 4-way committee.
So who's the guy you'd like?
Patterson, and then Algier,
Yeah,
and then Huntley. Like,
Yeah.
Why are they giving Avery Williams carries?
because they can't throw it.
I get it.
So
but
if you have 4 guys that can carry the ball and not fumble,
then give the work to fucking Algier. Or Pat.
So would you rather have a 10-yard out to Pitts that's incomplete or a 4-yard run from
incomplete to Pitts because I get the target.
4-yard run from Huntley.
I get the target.
Or a 2-yard run from Huntley.
It's trash.
Or an incomplete pass to Pitts. Those are your options.
Demir Bird led the team in receiving again, Walmsley. Four targets, 3 for 58. But I will say Drake London, 6 targets, 5 for 38, a touchdown. Doesn't look great, but
one nice catch.
He's been dropped.
That was a nice catch.
He's been dropped in a few of my leagues, and I'm picking him up just because he's the number 1 there. He's really the only show in town besides Pitts. And when they do get rid of her, when they want to see what they have and want to throw the ball more than 25 times a game, I think London will be back in the wide receiver 3 conversation.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Once you get Ritter in there, assuming we get Ritter in there, who's he building chemistry with?
Drake London.
Brian Edwards. No, I'm joking. That's not for real. Ideally, in my mind, there's still a world where Brian Edwards comes back and kills it in the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah.
But not counting on that. My real point being, is he's practicing with the guys that are the 2s and 3s.
Right.
So, and he's going to trust, almost like Heineke.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to trust the pro.
Right.
He's going to trust McCoy. He's going to trust the Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that. Okay. PJ Walker threw 16 passes in this game. 10 of 16, 108. No touchdowns, no picks. The story is Deontay Foreman. Now Hubbard came back in this game, but he was limited. Foreman had 31 carries for $130 and a touchdown. I believe he had 3 touchdowns 2 weeks ago against this team. Sandwiched in between, he had 6 carries for 12 yards.
This is the week I started.
But Foreman going forward, I feel like they're going to get Hubbard involved. So
I agree.
It's a sell high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree with Foreman for sure. I think it's a sell high because I don't think Chuba is definitely not phased out. I don't think he lost.
Just come back from injuries.
I don't think he lost his role. I think he just let's make sure you can stay healthy.
Yeah,
it's going to be. I mean, Foreman, I think, is the guy to own if you want to own someone from that backfield. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily want to start someone from that backfield.
No, unless they're playing the Falcons every week, which they are not. They're done playing them now.
Yeah.
Unless they both make the playoffs in some kind of.
Yeah, so they already played them twice. Now it's the Bucs and the Saints.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, I don't like either.
Okay, wide receiver wise, DJ Moore line, 6 targets, 4 for 29, which is actually kind of nice considering they threw 16 passes. Better days ahead for him. Baker's playing this week. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, it's nice, but we're past the point of.
He's a wide receiver.
We're past the point of saying, well, he gets all the targets, so maybe eventually it'll happen. Because now
it's happened.
Now it's the nitty gritty. Most leagues have 4 weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
Some will have 5, depending on if you have 4 or 6 teams.
Yeah.
If someone wants DJ Moore, I'm happy to trade him.
Yeah, I'm not going to trade him where his value is right now, though. I'll keep him.
Yeah,
because he's a good player. Terrence Marshall, 2 targets, 1 for 43. He played 80% of the snaps, so I like him going forward as a wide receiver 4.
I wish it was a different offense. Yeah.
Same. I just like the player, and if anything does happen to DJ Moore, he's looking at 8 targets a game.
Yeah, so
right?
he's the guy that's going to get 2 for 29. Yeah.
The German game here.
He might double his catches.
Right.
Yeah.
The German game. Now, is there a lot of people getting pissed on in this game?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that was the pregame.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Bucks 21, Seahawks 16. This game was never that close. The Bucks let them kind of come back a little bit.
Charged back.
They did. Geno Smith is the fantasy relevant player, man. 23 of 33, 275 and 2 tutters, adding in 22 yards on the ground. Did lose a fumble. Kenneth Walker had a bad game. 10 carries, 17 yards, but he did
catches.
He had in 6 for 55, which is super nice that he's capable of doing that because
you
know he's a good runner. And this is a tough matchup against the Bucks. An angry Bucks.
He's their offense now.
He is.
Yeah.
DK 9 targets, 6 for 71, like that in PPR. Lockett had the touchdown, 3 for 42, but he had nothing in the first half, I believe.
His worst game. Like Lockett.
Lockett
honestly,
was a value, man. He's just always Tyler Lockett.
For sure.
We should have known that.
Lockett's nice, yeah.
All right, Bucks-wise, Brady, 22 of 29, 258, 2 touchdowns and a pick.
Brady.
Finally played pretty well in this game, I feel like. The story is Leonard Fournette did not start. I saw he almost didn't have a passport because Leonard Fournette's a fucking knucklehead.
Yeah. You think that's why he didn't start, or you think it's
I don't know.
Because they came out, well, now they're going into the bye. So
and they just said that he's might not, it's going to be a 50-50 split.
That was my thinking, was before the bye, because they're trying to figure shit out. So my thinking going into this game was the Bucs are going to be like, we win this game, like a division leader. They were 6-2, right? So we're going to be one of the best teams in the NFC right now. We can win this, go into our bye. Let's see what we have with Rashad. Because right now, obviously, with Fournette, it's not working.
White looked good, man. And he didn't have any catches this game, I don't think. Did he have 1? No catches this game. But White's a very capable receiver. They use him on kick return, so he's a solid playmaker. 22 carries, 105 yards, mostly because he had a 30-yard long to end the game.
Sure.
But the workload, the trust they give him, they're having him pass block. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And going forward, Fournette's I'd say mid RB2. I think White's a back end 2, top end 3.
Who would you rather own going forward?
Probably White, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
I mean, it's close.
All right, let me ask you this. If you're trying to trade for one of them, who do you think is easier to get right now?
Fournette. Right?
And I like Fournette.
Yeah.
That's where I like Fournette.
Yeah.
If you can get Fournette right now,
right,
go for
it. Chris Godwin finally found the end zone. 8 targets, 6 for 71 and a touchdown. Mike Evans, 5 for 54. Julio had that nice 31-yard touchdown. He was shot out of a cannon in that play.
Yeah.
He looked real fast there. That's nice that they have those 3 guys healthy. And then after the bye, I like
Gage
Tom Brady.
is back, too.
Yeah, Gage will be back after the bye. Kate Otten's kind of separated himself as a
I'm
leading
sure
tight
Gronk
end.
will come back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elements still available?
Yeah. Next game here. The game of the day. Let's start off with that here. Vikings 33.
Oh my
Bucks
gosh,
30.
what a game.
Terrible. Did you see that on the 1st and goal in overtime? The Bills had 12 men on the field on defense, and they didn't see it.
No.
It was a 3-yard loss run. They ended up having to settle for a field goal.
Oh.
It was 1st and goal from the 1.
Oh,
bro!
yeah,
If they
okay,
call that
yeah,
first and goal from the half-yard line, they just sneak it for the touchdown, win the game.
Yeah.
They ended up winning anyway.
Yeah.
And then also they didn't review the play from Gabe Davis on the sideline that was not a catch.
Yeah.
I know they had hurried up, but just review everything. It's just terrible officiating. We'll get into that later this week. Cousins 30 of 50 for 357, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Pretty gritty effort though.
Was that 40 in a row? 40 games in a row with a touchdown for Cousins?
He's
set the record.
He's gritty, man.
He set the record. He's never gonna relinquish it.
Probably not. Dalvin Cook 14 carries, $119 and a touchdown. Had that 81-yard touchdown. That's what he does. It was the battle of the Cook brothers, by the way. They were both playing each other.
Yeah, who's better?
I don't know. I like my other Cook. This is the Justin Jefferson game though. That catch on the 4th and 18, one of the greatest catches. That's better than Odell's because there was a guy on him. Situation.
I don't think he would have caught that if the guy didn't put the hand
for sure.
on
The defender helped him get that. But either way, to give himself a chance to catch that ball.
Well, he caught it. At the end of the day, he caught it.
16 targets, 10 catches, $193 and a touchdown. That's unbelievable. The guy is the number 1 player in fantasy in terms of receiver. Thielen 5 for 49. Hawkinson though 10 targets, 7 for 45. He's getting a lot of work there.
Yeah, you love Hawkinson.
And then Osborne had 11 targets, 4 for 35. I mean, this is overtime, throwing the ball 50
They were
times.
They were down until they won.
Yeah.
They never were leading until they won.
No.
Yeah.
So Josh Allen played through the elbow injury. Looked pretty good in my mind.
Someone got him.
I think he looked good, right? I mean, there was a couple throws, but
I didn't see any limitations.
29 of 43.
He was running. He was jumping.
Yeah, 330, a touchdown, 2 picks, 84 yards rushing. Like that a lot. Singletary had 2 rushing touchdowns. He played 80% of the snaps too, which is crazy because they have James Cook, they have Hines. 13 for 47, 2 touchdowns. Diggs, 16 targets, 12 for 128. That's just kind of what he does.
Pretty good.
Gabe Davis came back, 9 targets, 6 for 93 and a touchdown. That was a big game for him.
Yeah.
Dawson Knox got in there, 4 for 57. McKenzie, 4 for 37. So it's pretty concentrated there, which I like.
Yeah, I think so. I think the biggest, obviously you like Diggs, obviously you like Josh Allen. What do you think about Knox?
Back end 1, just because he's not going to compile the catches or yards.
Back end 1, I think that's fair.
The touchdowns, right?
No, that's
he's
fair.
going to have touchdowns because Josh Allen's going to throw touchdowns.
Attached to that offense, and even though you have a bad game, but what other tight ends are doing anything else?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, give me the guy that can catch 2 touchdowns in a game.
Yep.
Where Hawkinson, I don't think have the potential for 2 touchdowns.
So how
he's going to get more
would you say that Jefferson is significantly better than Diggs?
No.
So you think they're both?
Yeah,
wide
Jefferson's a
receiver
little
ones?
better, probably because there's less competition. I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Jefferson's a better player, obviously.
So if you had one and who would you rather have?
I'd rather have Jefferson.
Okay.
But I love the
Me as
fact
well,
that
me
Diggs
as
is
well.
attached to that offense.
Well, yeah,
so.
Diggs is
Okay, Bears, Lions, 31 Lions, 30 Bears. Lions outscored them 21-6 in the 4th quarter. Either way, I'm happy with this game. It's everything we wanted, right? We showed out, Fields killed it, and we lost. We want to lose.
This is the way to tank.
Yeah.
Is you
Successful
score
tanking.
you scored 30 points a game. Your quarterback blows up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you have some weapons at tight end and receivers, but you're still
You're
losing.
Like it to the Lions. Jared Goff, 19 of 26, 236 and a touchdown. Jamal Williams, another rushing touchdown. I believe that's 9 this year. Even if Swift was healthy, it doesn't matter. He would never be valued where you drafted him because Jamal Williams is a fucking pillager.
Oh yeah. Well,
right?
Yeah, with Williams, if you have Williams, you're thrilled.
Someone called that.
Not this.
No, not even this. Yeah,
Not
I mean,
this.
I thought it was
I
outrageous.
said
You
3 top 10
Yeah.
weeks,
He's
he's
already
4 or
had
5. Yeah.
So Swift had 6 carries for 6 yards, but did have that rushing touchdown. He played 34% of the snaps, which is up from what he was. I feel like he's going to be back to 50%. And Swift at 50% in PPR is definitely startable and could explode. You know what I'm saying? Like down the stretch, I love
I'm
Swift.
trying right now. I'm telling you right. I'm trying to trade for Swift everywhere.
Yeah, you should. I mean,
Because especially if you're like in playoff contention.
Yeah.
Because right now people view Swift as RB2,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe RB3, like with some people, right?
In PPR, he'll be an RB1 down the stretch.
Because
right?
unfortunately, he scored touchdowns the last 2 weeks when he's been
To save
playing.
his- yeah.
Yeah.
But if you look at the box score, it's
My
gross.
point being is I wish he hadn't because I
Mhm.
want him. He's going to be back. He's going to be. There's what is there in terms of so there's if there's 6 teams, there's 4 weeks left
Yeah.
before the
5
playoffs.
if there's
5 if there's 4. I will estimate he's going to be a top 10 RB 2 out of the next. We'll call it 5.
And then the bigger weeks going
my point
forward.
being he's going to be a week winner.
Yeah.
For you for
and
2
his schedule is
weeks.
great. I don't know exactly who he plays. Maybe it's the Bears. It's a super easy schedule for the championship for the fantasy
The
playoffs.
offense is geared for him to do well,
Mhm.
and they're really taking it easy. Like Swift
Yeah.
right now is my biggest buy low.
Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 11 targets, 10 for 119. This was a St. Brown battle.
Finally.
That's nice for PPR. No one else did shit. Cleve Raymond, 3 for 47. That's it. They don't have a tight end anymore, so that St. Brown's going to eat.
Yeah.
You can't even trade for him now because they're going to want too much, and I'm not going to give that up.
Yeah, you had an opportunity last week.
The story here is Justin Fields, though. 12 of 20 through the air, which is not bad, 60%. 167, 2 touchdowns and a pick. The pick was terrible, but I mean, he's going to have some of those
Lost
scratch
the
your
game,
head
yeah.
moments. But the story is 13 carries for $147 and 2 touchdowns, including a 67-yard touchdown. He's probably the most dynamic runner we've seen. I mean, he's more dynamic than Lamar Jackson, if you ask me. Lamar Jackson's a better running back runner, but he is straight line speed I haven't seen, dude. RG3 had a flash of it. Vic had a flash of it. And Kaepernick had a
All
flash
right,
of
so
it.
to your credit, you called this in terms of runner thrower. He's the most talented guy we've ever seen in the league.
Probably.
And well,
Besides Michael Vick, I'd say Michael Vick's more talented. That's about it.
Not,
Michael Vick didn't have the weight.
he has a stronger arm, maybe.
Yeah, he didn't have the weight.
Well,
that
I
also
can't even
hold
say
up.
that because Fields can flick it and
Right.
throw it 60 yards.
I'd say Vic had a strong arm, but I mean, Vic
Maybe,
was
maybe.
in
Well,
terms of can throw far, right?
My point being is Fields is a more capable thrower.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's
they-
230 pounds.
And he might be the most capable running quarterback
He's
we've
huge.
ever seen.
I mean, he's
And
taking
to
a
your credit,
beating,
you banged this drum forever. And I believed in it as well. I faltered a little bit during the midseason, but then as things were picking up, and that's when I picked him up. But
the drum I was banging was he is one of the best prospects I've ever seen.
well,
You know what I'm saying?
now you're seeing the flashes.
Yeah, now
of it.
you're seeing and
Well,
if you
he's
see
on,
some
he's on,
players.
it feels like he's unleashed.
Uh-huh.
You want more. Obviously, you want more passing. You want more
Yeah.
than 12 completions.
He's a fucking sports car though, man. And he's a big sports car. He's not just like a Lamborghini. He's something bigger.
Again, just go full circle with my point here is that teams will realize what they're doing. So if he can't complete more than 12 passes,
Right.
things will balance out a little bit more.
Yeah, and they're not playing the Lions also.
But again,
balance out.
I'll say this, that makes me excited for Claypool because when he has to start just tossing it up, someone make a play for me instead of me making all the plays. Someone make a play.
It ain't gonna be Mooney.
It's gonna be Claypool.
Herbert got hurt in this game towards the end. That's a hip injury. I don't know the severity of it, but if he is hurt, David Montgomery is a back end RB1.
Well,
for
the
those
last
weeks, right?
I will. Here's your homework assignment: is go back and look at Montgomery's. I think the last 2 years, the last 5 or 6 weeks.
That's what he kills it every time.
He's RB. He's a top 3 RB every single year. The last 3-4 weeks of the season.
Yeah. Cole Kmet, 7 targets, 4 for 74, and 2 touchdowns. One of them was on definitely a broken play.
Don't
In terms
matter.
of, there was
He caught it and
yeah.
scored.
And I was saying this early in the year. Unfortunately, I dropped him in a few spots. I still have him in some, mostly best ball, but because he's playing 95% of the snaps.
Yeah.
Eventually, when the offense would figure it out, he was going to be because he's a decent player. He's not great, but he's Dawson Knox level,
He's
right?
very able to catch the
Yeah,
ball.
and he's pretty athletic too.
He's very capable of catching the ball. So
That's all you need.
if he's open and you throw the ball to him, he'll catch it.
Yeah.
And
do a little
if there's
something
no one to tackle him, he'll score.
Yeah.
So just keep doing that, right?
Yeah, he's getting into
All right,
the tight end one
so
discussion though.
Komet or Knox?
Probably still Knox.
You think so?
Yeah, just based on the offense.
So if someone offered you have Knox, someone offered
No.
you Komet. No?
No, I'm not. The line could be like, I would say not Goddard.
I'm trying to think.
It wouldn't be Ertz because Ertz is hurt.
Yeah.
So, but essentially, like with the injuries and like I'd say Cole Kmet's playing himself into that tight end one discussion.
Into a big contract, yeah.
He's doing that too, which sucks for us. Mooney, 4 targets, 4 for 57. He's been pretty consistent since week 4. So it's kind of what you signed up for. How many targets? Only 4. Okay. So Claypool, 2 targets, 1 for 8 yards. He'll be good going forward. Still working himself in the offense. All right, moving on here. Broncos, Titans. This one sucked. It's terrible. 17-10. Titans take it. Stinker. Russell Wilson, 21 for 42 for 268. A touchdown and a pick.
That sounds
That's
so
bad.
gross.
That's bad. Latavius Murray led him 9 for 24. The Melvin Gordon 7 for 24. Chase Edmonds got some work. Bad on the running backs there. You can't really run against Tennessee though. Cortland Sutton 11 targets, 6 for 66. I like that, but that was mostly a product of Jerry Jeudy leaving and playing 1 snap.
That was all the product of
Jerry.
Jeudy
played 1 snap. The first snap of the game, deep shot to him.
That was all the product.
Looked like he was out for the year, like always. He's day-to-day, apparently. He's just hard to trust.
Well, because he doesn't know how to get hit. So when he
didn't get hit, he just fell. He got sniped.
I know.
Rolled his ankle.
I'm saying he doesn't like so.
He's Paul Pierce though. He acts like it's the worst injury ever, and he's just back the next week every time.
But no, Paul. No, all right. I'm gonna say this. Paul Pierce was a bigger stud than Jerry Jeudy ever was.
I get that. I'm saying Paul, the one Paul Pierce incident where he got wheelchaired out.
Yeah,
That's why I have that image in my head. Yeah. Ryan Tannehill came back, 19 of 36, 255, 2 touchdowns. That's nice. On the back of that 63-yard touchdown to Nick Westbrook-Ikini. 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 19 of 53. That's not good. You never see that, especially in this matchup. But I mean, battle of 2 good defenses, I suppose.
Yeah, if someone wants to trade me Henry, I'll take him.
I saw Hillard played like 46% of the snaps for some reason. And they were winning. It didn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I don't know how to read into that. Maybe because they were on the field so much.
This season doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So Westbrook-Ikini, 8 targets, 5 for 119 and 2 touchdowns, which is crazy because Robert Woods had 2 catches for 10 yards on 7 targets. He's been a bust. He's been terrible. Austin Hooper, 7 targets, 5 for 41. Treylon Burks came back, 6 targets.
All right, so I have a question for you. Would you use a waiver wire on Robert Woods right now?
Maybe. Just because he's tried and true, right?
That's a conversation I have to have with myself.
Because, he's tried and true. I mean...
Yeah. And they signed him, yeah.
All right. Jaguars-Chiefs. I believe the Jags started off this game
with
an
was a
onside
fun
kick.
game.
It was a fun game. Lawrence came back, played well, 29 of 40, 259, 2 touchdowns. ETN kind of came back to earth here, 11 rushes, 45 yards.
No, back to earth. He's been trash for like last 5 weeks.
ETN?
I'm sorry, CEH. I think.
CEH sucks. Yeah. So ETN just didn't have the game you wanted. He did have in.
No, ETN. Actually, maybe ETN did come back down to earth where he didn't have 100.
But he still played 75% of the snaps. Like
no. Obviously, right now, if you're an ETN owner, you're ecstatic. Like,
for real, that's his bad game.
I'm not trying to poo on anyone that has ETN.
No. I love him. RB1 going back end RB1.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk though, 12 targets, 9 for 105 and 2 touchdowns. We're about to win our bets on that.
Someone called this. Was it me? You? It's us. Both of us.
We love Christian Kirk here. Zay Jones, 10 targets, 8 for 68. That's a nice game. Product of the game flow a little bit, but I mean he's still wide receiver 4 in my mind. He's the number 2 option there. Marvin Jones, 1 for 33. He gone. So it's mostly Kirk and Jones.
Well,
a little bit of Ingram.
No, between Marvin Jones and Zay Jones, you're coin flip.
Yeah, but I'd rather have Zay. Right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because he's performed this year.
Yes. Okay.
All right, on to the Chiefs. Mahomes, 26 of 35, 331, 4 touchdowns and 1 pick. Hell of a game.
Man, that guy's
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Pacheco led the way here. He played like 60% of the snaps, 16 carries, 82 yards. They didn't find the end zone. Did lose a fumble. What I like about this is he lost a terrible fumble, like in the red zone, and he was out there the next snap when they got the ball back. So that means that he's a dynamic player, right?
But in the end of the day, at the end of the day, who do you want as like you can justify having maybe the 5th receiver on the Chiefs, but can you justify having the 3rd running back on the Chiefs?
No, well, he's the first running back on the Chiefs now because CEH is done
this week, and then next week
CEH played 4 snaps,
bro.
So like they don't like CEH.
Right, we'll see. I'll say this: buy low on CEH. I promise you, buy low, dude.
Maybe he's hurt. McKinnon had 1 carry for 2 yards, but did add in 6 for 56 on 8 targets.
Actually, I want to buy low on CH right now.
Yeah, because he had 2 targets in this game. He didn't have a yard or a touch.
I love it. Yeah. Give me CH.
Because you almost get him for free because he might be dropped. Kelsey, 6 for 81 and a touchdown, typical. Valdez-Scantling found the end zone. Kadarius Toney, though, played well. Had some pretty nice snaps.
I'm curious about your thoughts on Kadarius Toney.
They're still going to play MVS. Kelsey's there, and Juju's there.
Sure.
So, but the thing is, when Hardman
he's
comes
also
back,
tied to the guy that we said just a few minutes ago.
Is he going to play ahead of
had
Hardman?
the most touchdown passes in the league.
Is he going to play ahead of Hardman though? Because Hardman's coming out 4 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks.
I think so. If they're trading a second round draft pick.
Right, or it was just depth or another guy in the field.
No, I don't think so. Now it seems like Toney is. It seemed like Toney was there. All right, we have a chance to win the championship. Let's go out and get a guy,
a dynamic player, which is what he is. So
maybe not until the playoffs, but
I just want to see what happens when Hardman comes back.
If I have Kadarius Toney on my roster as my 5th receiver, 6th receiver, I'm
wait and see
ecstatic because
lottery ticket.
If he blows up going into the playoffs, and I'm already in the playoffs, then I can
lottery ticket. Okay, we have Browns and Dolphins. 39-17, Dolphins whooped ass. We'll start with the Browns here. Brissett, 22 of 35, whooping that ass. 212 and a touchdown. Nick Chubb saved his day with a 33-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter. 11 carries for 63 yards. That's what he does. Peoples-Jones, 5 for 99 on 9 targets. That's
consistent.
Cool.
Here's the thing with people, consistent.
Yeah, he plays all the snaps. Like I like him a lot.
He started off the year like with 11 targets week 1.
Yeah. Now he's more
11 targets week 1 and no one's touching.
Now he's getting 8 a week, also because they're losing.
And guess who's coming back?
Deshaun Watson.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
We'll see.
I was thinking about Demetri Fountain.
Oh, yeah. Fuck you. Amari Cooper, 3 targets, 3 for 32. He'll be better, but that's a bad game for him.
Take it. Yeah. If you can buy low, go.
Nothing else here.
He's been a top 10 receiver all year. Right. Take Cooper.
Yeah, for sure.
Buy Cooper, right?
Tua, 25 of 32, 285 and 3 touchdowns. That's what he does.
I'm sorry.
You got I apologize.
Cooper or Kadarius Toney?
Cooper. Not even close. Okay. Come on, give me the number 1
Cooper or Juju?
Cooper.
Oh, wow.
Come on, Cooper. Yeah, Cooper. It's not one bad game.
All right, so my point being...
Cooper or DJ Moore?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're talking about Toney and fucking...
Well, Juju.
Right.
Yeah, no, Juju was the most established fantasy player up until...
Yeah.
My point being, here's my point, is that when you think of Amari Cooper, do you think of as a wide receiver 3, 2, or 1?
Back end 2. Front end 3.
But what do you think the public views him as?
3.
Yeah. So that's my point.
I'll buy low on him all day, especially with Deshaun, if Deshaun comes back. We'll see how many hand jobs he gets from now until then.
You don't think he's coming back?
He probably will.
He's practicing
until I see it.
Practicing.
I know, until I see it, though, right? Tua, 25 and 32, 285 and 3 touchdowns. The man is just on fire. The weapons are great.
Well, Miami's swinging the big stick.
They are.
Offensively, they're swinging the big stick.
They can piss all over people. Jeff Wilson.
They're the best offense in the league.
They are.
Sure.
They are. Jeff Wilson took over the reins here. 17 carries, $119 and a touchdown. Compared to Mostert. Mostert had a touchdown, 8 for 65 and a touchdown, so they're both super efficient. I think it's pretty much a 50-50 timeshare going forward. I think people are going to overreact to Jeff Wilson and overreact to Mostert being...
Yeah, I don't want to fit... I get that they both in super... There's going to be games where they're going to play guys that are a little more adapt to what they're doing now. They
have to run the ball a little bit more and also not going to win by 22.
I mean, I would rather have either Waddle or Hill than either of those running backs.
For sure. Yeah. Waddle, 5 targets, 4 for 66. Tyreek Hill had a quiet game by his standards, but did have a touchdown, 6 targets, 5 for 44. Trent Sherfield actually matched all their output. Same, 4 targets, 63 yards and a touchdown, which is weird. I don't know if you want to look at that guy, but he's number 3 there.
Big dick offense.
It's huge. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Okay. John Holmes offense. Titans and Giants. 24-16. Giants take it. The problem is Davis Mills threw 37 passes in this game. That's not a recipe for success for them. 22 of 37, 319, a touchdown and a pick. That's actually not terrible. Pierce, 17 for 94.
I love... That kid is good, dude.
Yeah. Pierce is a fucking dog, man.
Pierce is a stud. I mean, 94 in a game that you lost by double digits.
And it's a good defense.
You lost by double digits, but you're that good that they still give you the ball that many times.
It's their
Just to get
offense, man.
94 yards. I love
For me,
it.
the story is Nico Collins, though. I know he threw 37 passes, but 10 targets compared to Brandon Cook's
He
7.
looks smooth.
5 for
He
49.
looks
He had a
smooth.
badass catch in
Well,
this
he
game.
looks smooth in this
And he
game.
has a touchdown.
He
So
looks
I
smooth in
like
this
Nico Collins, the pickup. I think he's going to be relevant in the fantasy playoffs.
Wide receiver 3.
Yeah, 3/4 right now.
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable starting him because he's a good player. We love Nico Collins here.
Sure.
Always have. Danny Dimes only threw 17 passes in this game. 13 of 17, 197, but 2 touchdowns. That's
Probably could
nice.
have gotten away with throwing 12.
You know how many carries Saquon had in this game?
26.
35.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
35 for 152 and a touchdown. Jeez and crepes, man.
So, what do you think their offense is?
Saquon.
Running back.
Yeah.
So, what we were talking about earlier, if you guys didn't watch our handcuffs.
Yeah, Matt Breida, baby.
Dude, did you see it? Like, after we did our handcuff video, did you see how many of our guys blew up?
Who else did?
It was, after
Yeah, they did.
My point being.
What was Shot White?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's the guy that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. But also, Breida he had like 5 carries. Like,
Yeah, 6 carries for 20 yards.
I mean,
that's not great, but like if he gets the starting job.
But our point was, let me
Full circle it? Yeah, full circle.
my point was that if Saquon is just flirting with missing a week or two,
Yeah,
right?
his shoulder's banged. He's getting 35 fucking touches.
I almost want to trade him in Ball Z because I'm like,
because you don't have Breida also.
Plus, I could trade him for
yeah, Mixon and somebody else.
Point being is Breida. Like, if Saquon gets hurt, they ran the ball over 40 times last game.
Mm-hmm.
So if he gets half of that, just half
Yeah,
of the
20
running
carries.
back carries, is 20 carries.
20 carries. And we know he's a capable pass catcher, so.
So let's say he averages, 3? So
Yeah.
there's 60 yards. He gets 5 catches for 100 yards, maybe a
touchdown.
Because they're not
I
scoring.
like that a lot.
Yeah.
Darius Slayton, 4 targets, 3 for 95 and a touchdown. Pretty sweet play he had there.
Yeah.
He's the number 1 there. We thought it was going to be Wan'Dale Robinson, but he's more of a gadget guy. So,
Yeah.
I don't want any of these guys because there's no volume, but in desperation.
What about Galladay? Is still a free agent, though.
Oh, Galladay. Yeah, Galladay played. He had two
targets.
He dropped the pass and didn't play again.
Yeah.
37% of the
Good.
snaps.
Get him out of here.
He's terrible. He's a mannequin.
He'll go to the Chiefs and he'll blow up.
Yeah,
next year.
probably. Okay,
Next year.
Steelers and Saints. 20-10, Steelers beat them. Tom went off a bye, right?
All right, so after we did our bets, this was my pick of the week, was the Steelers to beat the Saints.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm getting the points at home. Dalton, terrible game, 174 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Kamara, 8 carries for 26 yards. What are you doing? Run the ball, maybe? Chris Olave, 3 for 40. I'll revert you to Dave's Dingus for the week for that one. Juwan Johnson had 5 for 44 and a touchdown. Nothing else,
Consistent
really.
as
Landry
hell,
came back.
dude. Juwan Johnson, though.
He's been consistent.
He's like, would you rather have Juwan Johnson or Taysom Hill right now?
Juwan Johnson, because they're not using Taysom Hill anymore.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. But that's it. That from 3 weeks ago, the whole dynamic has changed.
Yep. I don't know. They need to get back to Taysom Hill a little bit because they're winning games and they're using him, right?
They're not going to.
I know
win
he's a
any
gadget.
more games.
No.
Well, no. Honestly, once
Michael Thomas comes back.
no, Jameis.
Oh yeah, Winston. He might play this week. I hear.
Yeah,
He should.
No,
He
it
should.
sounds like Dalton's getting benched.
The
so-
Dalton experience was short.
So all of a sudden, like Olave is a stud. Juwan Johnson's a stud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because he's going to throw down the field a little bit
Yep.
more. All right, Kenny Smallhand Pickett, 18 of 30, 199, no touchdown, no picks, which is nice for him, not having a turnover. That's hard for him to do.
First game all year. I
Yeah,
think.
I'm pretty sure. Najee Harris. Now, this is interesting because he had 20 carries for 99 yards. Added in no catches, which is crazy. But Jalen Warren outplayed him again.
But yeah.
9 carries for 37 yards and had 3 for 40 through the air. I saw Harris played 60 and Warren played 43%.
What
So-
a change from last year.
Harris, yeah, without throwing him the ball anymore,
Like
he's just not good. I mean,
kudos to you if you drafted Warren and held him this entire time.
I've been holding him all year.
But you didn't draft him as
No.
saying that Najee's going to be this bad, right? Like,
No, it's a handcuff.
Yeah.
Not take over the job. Jesus.
And people don't realize this yet because I have Warren in multiple places and I've tried to trade him to the Najee owner.
Yeah.
For to me is fair trades, but they are just like almost laughing at me. Like,
Yeah, because they're just out on the whole thing. I mean,
So no,
I think it's a 50-50 going forward, right?
But yeah, our point is really your point because you called this. Warren is a super relevant.
Yeah, and what's scary though is that he's getting the passing down work, I saw him getting some fucking goal line carries.
Yeah.
Like, if Najee's not getting goal line carries, he's not getting catches, what are you getting?
Well, here's the scary thing.
Plotting
If
shitter?
they can win 2 or 3 in a row with Najee being limited, Warren is only going to keep going up.
Right. Okay, Deontay Johnson, 4 for 63. Fryermuth, 4 for 37.
Someone trade him to me. He's not that good.
Right.
Someone trade him
I'll
to
take
me.
him. I might try to trade for him.
Pickens
Pickens had a rushing touchdown this game and had, 3 for 32 through the air. Pickens is it looks like his go-to guy, though. This is the guy he likes. I don't like
the only receiver I want is Frymouth.
Yeah?
Well, obviously I want Deontay.
He's a tight end.
I want Deontay.
Yeah.
Well, no, the only guy catching the passes. I want Frymouth, Deontay, Warren. Warren.
Yeah?
Because I like the rushing.
Yeah.
Give me the rushing and the receiving.
Okay, Colts, Raiders. Your Raiders shed a tear just like Derek Carr did.
No longer.
No, they were.
I'm moving on from them, as I have the last 3 weeks. And here's the funny thing.
He's aborting
I'm
the
starting to
Raiders.
win my fantasy leagues now.
Yeah.
They've moved on from the Raiders.
25-20. Colts take it in a surprise turn. Matt Ryan started, who was not supposed to play again.
Yeah.
But Jeff Saturday's like, fuck that, I'm playing to win, which I respect. 21-28 for 222 and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor came back, of course, 22 carries, $147 and a touchdown. That's what you thought you were getting the whole year. Where's this been? I don't know. Maybe it took Jeff Saturday.
It's been there when he's been
You
healthy.
know how many rushing yards Matt Ryan had this game?
8.
38.
30.
4 for 38 and a rushing touchdown? He's rejuvenated.
Career high.
He thought he was about to retire, too.
Dude, that's career high. I guarantee.
Yeah, probably.
Guarantee.
Paris Campbell, 9 targets, 7 for 76 and a touchdown. Don't pick him up, though. I mean, if you need to, but I wouldn't spend a waiver on him, just so you know.
All right, so
right,
you see Paris Campbell and Alec Pierce. Who are you going for?
Pierce, probably.
So?
Yeah. If it was Nico Collins or Campbell, it'll give me Nico Collins, right? That's the example.
I agree with you. In my mind, Pierce is the better player, but Campbell is performing better. So
Pittman, 9 targets, 7 for 53. I refer you to Rob got railed. But he better days ahead for Pittman for sure. I like the target share with Matt Ryan there.
No, the fact that Ryan's
he's a good player.
Yeah, like Rhino or Ellen, for sure, you love that.
All right, Raiders, Carr, 24-38, 248, 2 touchdowns. Actually, not a bad day. Josh Jacobs, 21 carries, 78 yards and a touchdown. He's been a stud all year.
Yeah.
Back on running back 1.
That's one of his worst games of the year, yeah.
Devontae Adams, 14 targets, 9 for 126, and that long 48-yard touchdown. Love that.
Yeah,
he is playing.
We'll always read, yeah.
Foster Moreau, though, paid off if you picked him up, which I did in about 8 places.
Had 2.
Yeah, should have had 2. He had 4 targets, 3 for 43 and a touchdown. The only one he didn't catch went right through his hands and his body in the end zone for like a 12-yard touchdown.
Take the lead.
To take the lead. That would have been a much bigger day, but I love Foster Moreau going forward with Renfro being out and Waller probably being out for the year. Yeah. I think Renfro or Moreau is in that conversation of Kmet and Knox.
Yeah,
right?
No, if you...
I mean, he had the second most targets. Actually, Jacobs had 8 targets, but we're not going to... He's a running back. So in terms of pass catchers, second most targets, I like that.
Yeah, well, you just want to look at who's the quarterback trust.
Yeah.
You can see by targets.
He's good. He's a good player. Yeah. Okay, Packers and Cowboys. 31-28, Cowboys take it.
Before I said... So... With the Raiders, as a significant Raiders fan, I'll say this: I have been actively trying to trade Jacobs because I am so afraid of the way that the starters are reacting to what's happening. Mm-hmm. So that's why I love Foster Moreau so much, is because he's not playing he's not like a Waller who's already got his big contract.
Right.
He's not playing
for himself.
He's playing for his next contract.
For himself, which I like.
So that's why I like Zamir White.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Especially at the end of the year. Shut down Josh Jacobs.
Let me just put that out there because I am super afraid of all the Raiders I have now. Mm-hmm. Is because of the way the players are reacting to the way games are happening. Mm-hmm. And crying. It just feels like eventually they're going to give up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 31-28, Green Bay beats the Cowboys in a stunner. Cowboys are up 28-14 going to the fourth quarter against a team that can't pass with no receivers. So Dak Prescott, 27 of 46, 265, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Weird game for him. Tony Pollard, remember how that report came out? He can only play 30 snaps? Played 72 snaps in this game. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it went overtime. But 22 carries, $115 and a touchdown. I like that a lot. Added in 3 for 13.
Wait, did he have 42 snaps in overtime? No, so he's able to play more than 30.
Well, yeah, right. I'm saying, but that helped. Like,
no, I'm making a joke.
I didn't get it.
Because you're saying 30 snaps.
Yeah.
I'm saying overtime. Do you have 42?
Pollard better take 60-40 of this role once he comes back. Because I know they lost the game, but he's playing so well. He's so good.
Yeah, just keep winning.
Yeah,
do
even though they lost, but like I feel like this is a win for them. I know they lost. They shouldn't have lost this game, right? That's the point.
Well, just do it. Yeah. Just do it. Just do what's successful, right?
And it has been successful.
Yeah,
they're not losing because of Tony Pollard.
You have enough talent. Just be successful. Just do it.
CD Crossdresser Lamb, 15 targets, 11 for 150, and 2 touchdowns. I bet is over 7.5 receiving touchdowns. He's already had like 5 or 6, so he's gonna get that. Dalton Schultz though, 8 targets, 654 and a touchdown.
I just got CD Lamb out for the year. Rolled ankle.
Fuck you.
Can't make it. 6 touchdowns. Sorry.
Michael Gallup came back here, 7 target. He left the game in the tent. Looked real bad. 7 targets, 4 for 35, and came back. So I like that going forward. He's taken over the number 2 role. He's a doable start if you need to, right? Like CD Lamb's not going to have yards.
You don't for sure.
All right, moving on to the Packers here. Aaron Rodgers threw 20 passes in a game. They were down 14 points in the fourth quarter. They were down all game.
But he made all the good passes.
He did. 14 to 20 for 224 and 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, hell of a game. 24 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown. A.J. Dillon, 13 for 65, which is kind of what he does. He had a big play, and he fell down a big hole. Christian Watson, who's going to be a big talk this week in terms of waivers. I don't know how much I believe it, but I want to take a chance on him. 8 targets, 4 for 107.
Yep, I'm using my number 1 waiver wire.
And 3 picks. Yeah, you have to, right?
Well, because
look who else they have.
I have Kirk and Godwin on a bye, so I need
My only issue is they need a pass board in this because he's not going to be as efficient on 20 passes.
All right, let me ask you this. So here's the dilemma I am in right now. I have Dotson and I have Alec Pierce.
Mm-hmm. I start Watson on both those guys.
Yeah,
you have to. He's number 1 there, apparently.
So that's the decision I have to make. Do I use my number 1 waiver wire on it?
He looks good too. I mean, the problem is his hands, but like, you got Aaron Rodgers passing you the ball, man.
There's so many guys that are hurt on the Packers.
Right. All right. Cardinals 27, Rams 17. This is probably the Rams season. It was a season losing the game. Not to mention losing Cooper
Cup. Well, it was the season for both of them.
Yeah, but I'm saying now they lost the game and they lost Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah.
They're cooked.
Yep.
Colt McCoy, 26 to 37, 238 and a touchdown. I read an article saying they should rest Kyler Murray more because the offense is better with him. More professional. Yeah, dude, with Colt McCoy.
Well, you could see it's in rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
James Conner, 21 carries, 69 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Played 93% of the snaps. You said they dropped Benjamin?
He's already on the
Texans. Yeah,
he's already gone.
That's crazy.
He's on the Texans.
Hopkins, 14 targets, 10 for 98. That's real nice. And if that's a bad game for him, you love that.
Well, his bad game was like, 7
4 for 36 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if these are his bad games, a touchdown, 36 yards, or 14 targets, love that a lot.
He's still a top 10 guy.
Rondale Moore pretty much beat me in XFL because I thought I had a chance, and then he came out 13 targets, 9 for 94. This man's loved Rondale Moore. He's dancing. Since the day he came, you liked him in Purdue. You know what I mean? You loved him.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a college guy, but I saw his.
Yeah.
I saw his. Well,
you made me watch Rondale Moore's film like 5 times.
Once he went to the Cardinals, I realized he's that dude.
You fucking love him.
Yeah.
Okay, John Walford is terrible. His numbers look better than what it was. 24, 36, 212, and a touchdown and a pick. But watching that game, all he did was just scramble out and then just heave a ball up.
Yeah.
And the fact is, Cooper Kupp didn't get hurt until the fourth quarter, and he had 5 targets, 3 catches for -1 yards. Ooh. So that means Wofford's terrible.
Yeah, I just traded for him. I traded
for Kupp?
Chubb for Kupp.
Hurts. Higbee, 8 targets, 8 for 73, and he's a big boom with Kupp being out. I think more than anyone. He's a safety blanket, right?
Van Jefferson.
Yeah.
Might be a free agent in your league still.
Allen Robinson, Skoranek.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of those guys. I mean, take a flyer on them because someone has to.
Who's the receiver you're picking up in lieu of Kupp?
If it's a 1-week thing, probably Skoranek. If it's a long,
because he's white.
No, well, yeah,
fucking
but
racist, dude.
No,
I knew it.
If it's a long game thing, it's gonna be Van Jefferson.
Yeah.
Right, because Van Jefferson still isn't up to speed yet.
Scored a touchdown.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 3 for 27. I just was looking at the snap share. He played 40%. Skoranek's already been playing 80%. We'll see. I like Van Jefferson, the player, better.
But again, like we were talking before, where who's the backup quarterback practicing with is the backup receivers. Van Jefferson is the backup receiver.
Yeah. Wow, you like that. Chargers Niners, 22-16 Niners take it.
I like trust. Like who's Aaron Rodgers trust?
You want
Devontae Adams, but he's gone.
You want a promise ring?
No.
I'll give you a promise ring.
Fuck you. No.
All right, 22-16 Niners take it. It was a lot closer than that. I mean, the Chargers winning most of the game. Justin Herbert, though, 21 to 35, 196, touchdown to pick. I know he's not throwing to anybody, but come on, man. Austin Eckler, 6 carries for 26 yards. Added in 12 targets, 7 for 39. I mean, again, you can't beat that in PPR, but that's super efficient. Like, I know, it's crazy, right?
God damn.
DeAndre Carter, I started him in our fan trade. We had Claypool in there. I swapped it. Started Carter. We're in the playoffs in both leagues right now.
Yeah, we won.
Yeah, I know.
We started off with like 0 and
we started off 1-4.
No, between the two, we started off like 2-8.
2-8. Yeah, now we're back to 500.
We rattled off like probably.
Let's go,
like
baby.
10 out of 12.
Let's go, baby. Oh, I wanted to mention this about the Cardinals real quick. Zach Ertz out for the year.
For the year.
Yeah, they said it. Yeah.
McBride.
Trey McBride. That's another. Now tight end's actually getting deeper now, right? With some of these guys emerging. Okay, Carter, 4 targets, 4 for 64 and a touchdown. Palmer, 8 targets, 3 for 44. This all changes when Mike Williams and/or Keenan Allen come back.
Keenan Allen's back.
I think Palmer is more likely to be relevant, in terms of playing the snaps.
Yeah.
Because Carter's a kick returner.
Yeah.
But if they both come back, Palmer can just be a deep flex dart throw, essentially.
Well, if you're in a 20-team league, you still want to start Carter.
Yes. Jimmy G, 19-28, 240. No touchdowns, no picks. Eli Mitchell in his return, 18 carries, 88 yards. Played 40% of the snaps. CMC played about 62%.
You understand why they traded Jeff Wilson now?
Now, because, Mitchell looks nice. He's the bruiser and a speed guy. CMC, 14 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. He added in four catches for 39 yards, but got that touchdown, which helped his day. Deebo Samuel, 4 carries for 27 yards, and had 2 catches for 24 yards. So he is bad. He's a wide receiver 3 at best.
Would you rather have Eli Mitchell or Deebo?
Well, Deebo.
Okay. Well,
would you rather have DJ Moore or Deebo? It's an honest question, man. PPR.
Oh,
PPR.
Deebo.
Really? He's gonna catch. Deebo Samuel's gonna catch 2 catches a game.
Well, Deebo can take any catch.
Well,
to the house.
I want DJ Moore.
Well, DJ Moore.
I want DJ Moore. He at least plays receiver.
Really? Okay.
Dude, they don't even use Debo.
Really?
They don't use Kittle. They don't use anybody.
Wow.
Ayuk had 6 for 84, 7 targets.
Is this Sunday Night Football?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have to.
Well, one last game. All right, we'll move on here. Commanders and
I can't
Eagles.
believe you said that, though.
I can't either.
Deebo
Commanders Eagles 32-21. The Commanders upset them. It was closer than this because they got a last play touchdown, which actually made me lose in a league. I'm gonna start watching this defense against me.
Oh,
I lost last
Remember
play.
the bad loss when your dad was here?
Yeah. But who starts watching? God damn, man, that's not a good matchup.
Yeah.
I saw going into this
Washington's
game.
defense?
I saw going into this game that they had 3 turnovers all year, right?
That was probably a person who wasn't paying attention.
I think so.
Yeah.
3 turnovers all year. They had 3 turnovers this game. A couple of them were
a defensive touchdown to end the game.
And the Dallas Goedert fumble, I don't know if you saw that. He got grabbed by the face mask, dude. Like, that's how he got tackled. And they missed it. And obviously they had to review it, but they can't call a penalty. They should be able to retroactively go back and call that penalty when a guy gets dragged down by his face mask.
It was the pass interference.
Yeah.
And so they
I'm just saying, something blatant like that and end up having to be a turnover.
Rules are rules.
Yeah. Okay, Heineke is the best. He's the best. I was going to say
the best.
The badass.
He's the best. Yeah, he's a nice.
17-29, 211 and a pick.
Heineke, very nice.
So scrappy, though. Brian Robinson, 26 for 86 and 1 touchdown. And Gibson had 14 for 44 and a touchdown. The story here, though, is our boy, Scary Terry McLaurin. He's back. Ever since Heineke's came in, he's had, I think, 387 yards in 4 games. This game was 11 targets, 8 for 128. And he's just a fucking badass player, man. He's a really good player. Anyone that held on to him we were
tooting his horn the whole fucking year.
We were, man.
And unfortunately, I traded him in a couple of places. I thought that Wentz was going to come back, but Heineke, it looks like Heineke's
better with Heineke. Heineke's better.
No, a million percent. But I didn't expect that to last because we were talking earlier where Heineke is relying on someone like McLaurin, where he's tossing it up and say, "Hey, you're the best player on the field. Make a play."
Yeah.
Where Wentz is like, "I'm the best player on the field, so I'm going to make a play."
I'm the whiz.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Eagles? So Jalen Hurts stopped running, apparently. He hasn't ran.
Well, no, so here's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
So now that the Eagles have lost officially, so now they're tied with the Vikings for number one NFC. Who's the best team in the NFC? Who's your NFC pick?
I mean, it's still going to be the Eagles, but I think the bridge is being... The gap is being bridged. Is that the word? I think the Niners... For sure. I think the Bucs are going to come back, man. I'm sorry.
So that was what I was going for. Was the Bucs, the fact that they won this game.
And the Vikings.
And they're going in. Well, they're going to win the division. So they're going to go into the playoffs. And they're going to be a top 4 seed.
Yeah.
Because they're going to win the division. So.
And let's also not forget about the Vikings. I still
Well, yeah.
A little
yeah.
hesitant there, right?
Yeah, no. I'll tell you this. I'm excited to bet against the Vikings in the playoffs.
Same.
Yeah.
And same with the Eagles, honestly.
Yeah.
And real quick, Jalen Hurts, 175 yards.
It's been a complete joy.
Touchdowns and a pick. Miles Sanders had 1 carry in the first half for 6 yards. Ended up with 12 for 54. They got to run the ball with him. Hurts had 28 yards rushing, though. Like, he stopped running.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I love about this game, just in terms of the players. Heineke fumbled to allow that touchdown in the first, 2 minutes for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And the Commanders still came back. Heineke still... It didn't fluster him. I love that about him.
He's a badass.
But I also hate that about the Eagles. They were up 7-0, had the ball,
14-7
didn't
as well.
Didn't run, interception, fumble, whatever it was. Just so
Last point here. A.J. Brown, 4 targets, 1 catch for 7 yards.
Yeah.
Wow. That's hard to believe.
I think that officially eliminated me in one of the home leagues. Probably eliminated us both.
What's that?
The fact that Mikey won because
right.
A.J. Brown. Yeah.
Okay, that was a good episode, and make sure you cut your grass. Rob Squared.
And it's been a complete joy.